What's good? What's good? This is Steeple. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Once you're done with this video, share this video and hit the notification bell to get notified. Let's get into it. Yo, I think us as human, our expectations are so high. Sometimes when we see something that's so spectacular, right? We expect that to happen every single time we see certain individuals. I remember growing up watching Michael Jordan play, right? And watching him play, I wanted to be just like him. Take a shot, like the fade away. Of course, I couldn't dunk. I couldn't jump from the free throw, but I tried though. It didn't work out very well for me. But I knew I could post up and do the fadeaway shot, do the layups. And as time goes on, you saw Michael Jordan do some amazing things. And as time kept going, you start seeing that Michael Jordan didn't have had as he got older. I'm sorry, as he got older, he didn't have the jump ability to do the things that he used to do. So he had to do things differently, right? And I say this because the expectations that we see in UFC, especially with certain individuals like Max Holloway, even Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gagey, and all these fighters that have gave us some electrifying moments. Our expectations as fans is to see that we duplicate it again. When we saw the Max Holloway versus Justin Gagey, right? For example, we saw in Max Holloway we never seen before in that weight class division at 155. Because we seen him before at 155, he didn't look that good. But when we saw him, we were like, wow, this dude's amazing. And he gave us that moment, that memory. 10 seconds left. You point at the center of the octagon and just go all out. And man, that energy, it's you can't even describe it. If you've been in that moment, you understand very well, like, okay, this is it. This is what UFC is about, especially with a belt like the BMF, right? Our expectations are like, man, these dudes about to go all out. This is what this means. This is what it's for, right? Then we got a chance to see Max Holloway again with Dustin Poirier, and we saw it again. But this time, we didn't get to the 10 seconds that we were expecting. We got to that time, and Dustin didn't want to go all out like that. He held on. He's like, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna be another Justin Gage. So that's the expectations we get every single time. Well, kind of technical at the same time, very clear that they're gonna throw some chingazos. We're gonna see some people just. We're gonna see Max Holloway throw them hands and let them go, kicks, everything, right? Nowhere in that process our expectations are somebody's gonna wrestle for this belt or try submission because we so accustomed to certain things. However, we had Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway for a second time, and the fight game, let's just be honest, y'all, is to win. It, I know that it's not very satisfying for a lot of people to see a fighter with the skills and the abilities that Charles present wrestle for pretty much the entire fight. Yes, he pieced them up. The guy, they threw some chingazos and everything like that. But it was nothing like Dustin. It was nothing like Justin. It was nothing like that. And I know what a lot of people say. They say, man, this is boring. Imagine if you had to pay the pay-per-view numbers that people had to pay the $80 just to watch something like that. Your expectations are so high because of what you've seen before. But you cannot blame Charles Oliveira for doing an excellent job and dominating through that fight. But Max Holloway had a job to do too. Stop the takedown. If he understands the first round, this is the direction we going. I had to make these adjustments, but it's very hard when you got somebody that, like Charles Oliveira, that's extremely dominant of basically picking you up, taking you down, and trying to put a submission, do something to you to a point where you're like, I ain't got nothing in the tank for this guy. And the first round, I was like, okay, maybe Max Holloway understands what direction this is going. But then going into the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, I was like, wow. I really thought, I'll be honest with y'all, I kind of figured out that Charles was gonna win. I I said the only way Charles wins with Max Holloway if he takes him down because Max Holloway's not good on the floor. Not saying that he's bad because he didn't get submitted, but when you got somebody that technical, it's very hard to beat him. And what I really thought was gonna happen, y'all, was okay. I'm gonna dominate this guy for 5 rounds, and I'm gonna give the crowd, I'm gonna give the audience those at least 10 seconds. That's what I thought was gonna happen because when you noticed it, Max Holloway got back up, 5 seconds on the timer. They started slugging a little bit, and it was pretty much over. My thing is this: Charles Oliveira is straightforward. He in order to get one off, you got to take one, and he took a few punches here and there, but it wasn't something that put any kind of worry to what was going to happen to Charles, right? And how can you really dislike this guy? A lot of people might say certain things about him, but the dude comes from a very poor background, very humble, and every time you see him, it's like, okay, man, yeah, I like Charles, man. And maybe I'm a little biased because I did really want him to win. Trust me, y'all, I expected none but a banger coming down to the last 10 seconds, and then, okay, here we go. But we didn't get it. We're not going to get it every single time. Where do we go with the BMF belt? I think it's just to be honest with you, I think it's just a fun belt. It's no rankings in it. It's just a real fun belt for these fighters just to fight for a little bit more money, and it gives it a little bit more extra instead of just a regular belt that's ranked and all that good stuff. I think they're saying Max Holloway. I mean, I'm sorry, they're saying Conor McGregor will get the winner. I'll be honest with y'all. I think Conor McGregor at this moment, his career, and we will talk about that on another podcast. I think that he knows that he's a prize fighter. You just put Conor McGregor on the card and he gonna sell. So I don't know if Charles versus Conor McGregor is a good idea for his first comeback because if he did that to Max, it's a high possibility he do that to Conor, and maybe we get Max all the way versus Conor McGregor, and who knows, man. Congratulations. The card UFC 326 was más o menos. But this is where we at with it, y'all, man. It is what it is, man. I waited for that Max Holloway versus Charles. My expectations were extremely high, but Charles got the job done, man. Y'all do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support through me, gente. I hope you're doing good, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, wherever you're at in your life. Take care of yourself. Check out the website r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, never give up, and I'll see you on the next one. All right.